Hi everybody. Today I'm going to be reviewing LegalZoom. My name is Brandon, and I've also included timestamps for you. So that way you can go to the section that you're most interested in to find out if this is a resource you should be using or you should think about. And it's just meant to give you some information, a little bit about their history, a little overview of pricing, what the reviews look like, pros, cons, all that sort of stuff too. And I also want to provide a alternative source that you could use instead of LegalZoom if you wanted to. Okay, I personally recommend Northwest. Now, one thing I put on the screen here too is there's a discount if you do want to use Northwest. This is obviously something I would look at after seeing LegalZoom if this is something you'd consider. But we are giving out a free registered agent service for the first year and more than 60% off from their LLC service package. So it's a total discount of about $200. But make sure and stay till the end of the video too, just to see if Northwest is the right company for you, or if you want to choose LegalZoom. So I want to go through LegalZoom and a review and overview of it. Let's get started. Now, just so you guys are aware too, a little bit of history on LegalZoom. They're established in 2001, basically a tech company that became dedicated to making legal help accessible to all. But let's go through their site. So here we are. Obviously, you can see we've got the About Us. I always like to start with learning a little bit about a company. Not only do I go on their website, but I also like to check out what does Google have to say about them and stuff like that too, and get a bit of an idea. So let's start from the beginning. We've kind of checked this out. Number one choice for helping start and grow small businesses. Obviously, start your business, protect your ideas. It's important. You want to make sure that you're getting yourself looked after. Why choose us? We do right by you. I like to kind of scan through. I also like to see the ease of use of their site, because I think if a site's easy to use, usually it's a pretty good indicator that it's going to be a fairly straightforward process. You can see they've got their customers on here too, but who puts bad reviews on their website? Am I right? So we'll also look at Trustpilot just to see what the word is on LegalZoom when it kind of comes to Trustpilot as well. So just so you guys are aware. Now again, keep in mind you can skip to any part. Why don't we start off with their pricing? Let's go ahead and take a peek. All right, so if you're going for business, you can register your business with them. They can help protect your brand, trademark, all that sort of stuff, which is important. Obviously, anything related to copyright, and they can also help you set up, business licenses, corporate amendments, all that sort of stuff too, which is nice. And then, of course, what kind of business are you starting? Are you starting an LLC, C Corp, S Corp, sole proprietorship, nonprofit? You get a bit of an idea here, and then you can see the different information. But I want to find out pricing. Okay, why choose us? Okay, yes, you're in all 50 states. That's great. Flat rate fees, no hourly charges, no surprises, really. Okay, well let's dig a little deeper, shall we? Okay, starts at $79 plus filing fees. The one thing that always concerns me with anything that says starts at, if you've ever been to a department store and you see on the big sign, up to or starting at, I find that always can be a bit deceiving at first, because you're like, oh great, it's going to be $79, and then what's this plus filing fees? What is that? Okay, so we're seeing a little bit here. Business advisory plan membership, $39 a month. 6 months is $43 a month, so you save a little bit more money. I'm assuming you probably got to sign up for a year. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so you got to pay that. So you pay that up front, kind of thing. Starts at $199. See pricing options. Okay. So here's some stuff related to trademark search. WorldScan, $4.99. I always say take a look at what they provide, because there's, you want to find out the best one that's going to be the right decision for you. But if a lot of services do the same thing, well, then do you really want to pay more? If you can find the same service at a lesser price, well, you got some extra money to, like I said earlier, you can get some groceries or some gas or treat yourself. So this actually is nice to kind of see some pricing and stuff like that too. See pricing options. So you can see when you click on either business or personal, you're going to get some information there, which is great. You can actually find out some pricing. Nothing's more frustrating than having to call or email when all you really want to do is just go, hey, what's the price? What am I going to be paying? And so on, right? Okay, look at this. Kickstart my business. Business formation. So it looks like it has a bit of an idea of where you can kind of get a little bit of the pricing where they start at. Again, when you see from or starting at, make sure you dig a little deeper, because oftentimes that 149 is often more. We can kind of see that there too. So that's always good to look at. Well, let's go, let's bounce over and look at Trustpilot. Now, one thing I do know about LegalZoom in comparison to some other ones, they are more costly, on average. They're one of the more expensive, companies out there. So for their services and stuff like that. So do be aware of that, because like I said, if you can find the same service at a better valued price or a more inexpensive price, well, it's better to keep the money in your jeans, right? So just kind of be aware of that. But you know what? Let's check out the reviews. Obviously, they have reviews in their sites. I always like to kind of dig a little deeper. Trustpilot, I think, is a great source for reviews. You be the judge. I always suggest, for me, I like to go right to the worst. I mean, anybody, they get the good reviews. I like to go to the worst because I feel like they're going to be a little bit better to review. So this is a more recent one, obviously, there, which is good to know. LegalZoom charged me $380 to renew a DBA. When I found out later I did not have to renew, I called to get a refund. They told me it was too late. It was 1 week later. I will never use them again. They responded a day later, but Denise may not be getting her money back, it looks like. LegalZoom has a lot of questionable practices. Okay. They pay an extra $59 charge. They did not state that up front. And it was interesting because on their website, there was no surprises, right? That's what they said. This bait and switch scam just recently got me when I was trying to make a permission to reprint published material in minutes. Interesting. She said, go somewhere else if you don't want to pay for extra for it. I said they should state the price up front. That's the right thing to do. Then she hung up on the chat. Okay, look at this. And this is all 2022. Estate planning. Okay, terrible company. False advertisement. This is not a solid company. Okay. Operate out of a garage. Well, that might be a bit much. Absolutely despicable customer service. Extremely slow. I've used LegalZoom since 2017. Formerly, they were great and responsive, and all orders came when they said they would. Okay, lost in processing. Maybe there's been some changes with LegalZoom and things haven't gotten up to speed. I mean, the good news, I guess, is they're replying to these. I mean, what are you going to do if you got a bad review? You're going to want to reply, right? So they're trying to get people to reach out, but it looks like a, kind of a copy and paste. It doesn't seem like they're actually responding to what's in here, which is too bad. Like a worst experience. And then they just, Aiden's got the same response as Joe. Look at this, hey? So, I mean, we don't have to keep digging through this. You don't want to add any negativity to your day, but I mean, it gives you a bit of an idea on things. Let's bounce back to the site. Back on the site, a couple of things that kind of stood out to me. No hourly charges, no surprises, really. Well, based on the reviews, there seems to be a few surprises. So again, there was good reviews there too. Let's not discount that. But with anything, I always like to check the bad ones first just to get an idea. I'm not saying don't use LegalZoom. I'm not here to kind of trash them. I'm here to provide you some pros and cons to, what it is you may want to use, right? So I guess pros would be you've got legal help, you can set up your business, you can get working on running your business, registered agent services. We'll take a peek at that, and then protecting your brand. So they have a lot of stuff that you can use. Now keep in mind, I did mention Northwest with the offer that they've got going on right now. You do get, and I'm just going to confirm this right now, you do get your first year of registered agent service for free. Okay, so that's something to be aware of as well. And again, you got to check them out for yourselves. This is just to kind of give you an idea. So again, pros, a lot of stuff related to business with LegalZoom. Personal, you got your wills, trusts, it's important. Make sure you get that done. Family, and then of course real estate, some important stuff on that. Cons, obviously the reviews were not great from what I read and what you've seen, as well as pricing is a little more on the expensive side, whereas I'm not really seeing you get what you pay for kind of philosophy where, okay, I'm paying more, so in fact I should be getting more. It seems like some people were not happy. Now, the other thing too is maybe they've changed as a company. Maybe in 2017, things were fantastic. They were doing great. And because of, some changes and stuff like that, I don't really know, not doing so great, right? So just be aware of that too. So a few things again that I'll mention too is if you stayed to the end of the video, and I'm glad that you have, there's a special discount link, okay, for an alternative service called Northwest. Okay, so again, I do personally recommend them more than LegalZoom. Obviously, I've talked to a few pros and cons and stuff like that too. So make sure you do check out the link as well. Okay, that'll be in the description below, and you can see it on the screen right now. And by all means, put some stuff in the comments. What are your thoughts? A few things about Northwest that I've noticed that have been, fantastic. Better support, faster service, better pricing. If you can get better support, faster service, and better pricing, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. Plus, with the discount offer, you get a free registered agent service for your first year and more than 60% off from their LLC service package. So if you're looking at starting a business and stuff like that, that's some huge savings right away. It's a total discount of over $200 US. So keep that in mind too. And be sure to check it out for yourselves. Take a look. You can take a look at both. Don't just take my opinion for it. Look for yourself, but understand the pros and cons and kind of weigh that out. And always, in anything, always look at the reviews. Look at the worst ones first. Get a bit of an idea. That's always something important to be aware of. Okay, stay tuned for more reviews. And again, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I wish you guys a wonderful rest of your day.